Right, this is the first PSA submission I'm going to make. I'm not 100% sure on exactly all these cards. There's a lot of cards that I want to add to this, but I think I'm going to go with some personal favourites and some cards that I think are hot right now. So starting off, most of this is Japanese because that's just where my collection is. So we got Rockets Mewtwo. Most of these I think are going to get a 9. Some of these I might get 10s or 8s, but most of these are pretty minty, especially the Japanese ones. I can't find anything, especially these first couple of ones on these. So a couple of first edition expedition ones. So some favourites. Gyarados EX, which I pulled myself from a Japanese Fire Red Leaf Green pack. Very minty. Snowflake Pikachu, quite rare. Very few of those come up on English on eBay. Then just a couple of Pop Series Hollows because it's my boy. Then we got a secret rare from Delta Species. Then the Charizards that I pulled. So I pulled all of these. Japanese, reverse, Blaine's Charizard. This one I'm thinking is probably a 7, but I just want it for my Charizard. This I opened from a deck myself. It's a first edition Charizard EX. Dark Charizard, English Rockets. Pretty minty on the front. The back, there's like a little dots, but I reckon that's an 8. Hollow, Pop Series Hollow. Probably about a 7. Venusaur. Thinking an 8, 9. Suicune. I've got the Entei as well, but the Entei is in a bad condition. It's probably a 6 or a 7. So we've got some English cards now. Very minty. Dark Dragonite's probably an 8. Vaporeon, there's 2 of those. One's darker, 2 different print runs. No, the print's the same. I think it's just different. One's more orangey, if you see on the right. Fairly minty. Got the Jolteon as well. Flareon's really bad. First edition Victory Bell from Jungle. This is probably going to be a 7. There's a little ding at the top. The hollow itself is fairly good. The top loaders aren't great, so it looks more scratchy. And there's a bit of edge wear at the bottom, so I'm hoping for an 8, but it's probably going to be a 7. We've got a very minty base set Chansey. These are very hard to grade. This is if there's any card here that has a shot at a 10, it's that. Shining Mew, because just it's Mew. Some Japanese. Typhlosion. I think I sold one for like I saw someone sold for like 300 for a Japanese PSA 10. Then we got some nice cards. I know a lot of people are interested in these 2 right now. Both of them I reckon can get a 9. Probably the most expensive card I'm sending in, I think, is a 3D Lenticular Deoxys. The PSA 10 of this is just absolutely insane. It's very hard to grade because it's such a thick card. And finally, we've got a Neo Revelation Suicune, which is just looking absolutely stunning, and a Neo Genesis Lugia because you have to send this card in. So that is my proposed PSA first submission. I know it's probably going to take 3 to 4 months for this all to come back, but if I can start sending some stuff in already, then I've got a head start. So thank you for anybody I sent this to. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this anywhere, but if I don't, let me know what you think.